That's crazy, man. It was legitimately wild that all of Norse mythology that we know is just like whatever some monks wrote down or whatever.
Whatever the Christians decided.
Yeah, like maybe like Sif's original husband was like a gigantic figure in Norse mythology and we don't fucking know. I mean it's unlikely, but what if?
What if the deep, dark secret of Norse mythology is that it canonically has the origin of Yahweh? That's why so much of it is just fucking gone.
Like Yahweh is just like the janitor in Norse mythology.
Oh, that would suck! Imagine you're like traveling the world and you find these crazy new people that got this cool warrior culture and shit, and they're really good at like navigating on the open seas and all that crazy shit, and then you find out, oh, your god was just like their janitor, the janitor to their god. No wonder they would have erased that. That's going in the pile!
Moving on.
Just moving out. God! Why? Why are there so many of you?
That's what she said.
It's nighttime. I should be going. So I know I already asked you this, but I'm gonna ask you again. Would you rather get with a human that you think is attractive or a robot that you just met?
That's not the subject of the hypothetical analysis, and you fucking know it!
What?
We've known the robot for like a bit. Our mother.
Hypothetically. No, no, sorry, not hypothetically. Potentially known the robot. For the longest length of time possible to have known the robot is 1 month. The longest length of time possible to have known the human is more than a month.
And to be clear to people who are listening in, the human is not known as in like we talk to them. This is hypothetically we could have just known the human as in we are in the same school as them.
We were aware of the human.
Exactly. So like in this scenario, we probably both potential in equal regards for ignorance of both.
I'm just gonna make this so much easier and just say this is about the song Prom Night 2208.
Yeah, I wanted to keep them in the dark a bit more. But yes, it's about that song.
Which I heard recently and I thought, wow, that's a really cute song. Holy crap.
You gotta go with the robot, man.
Like, I just want to break some shit down here because I've been thinking about this song since I heard it 2 days ago. Are you ready? Are you ready to break shit?
Break down, walk that shit back, or whatever the song goes.
I don't know, man. So a couple of things. For some reason, robots in the universe that this song takes place in just are programmed with emotions, or possibly gain emotions as a side effect of existing, sort of like fucking oh god, sort of like fucking oh god, sort of like the droids from Star Trek. I mean Star Wars. Star Trek has its own crazy shit when it comes to robots.
Yeah. I mean, they just make sentient robots, then they just give them human rights and shit in Star Trek, you know?
Not exactly.
Like, they still... I mean, they disrespect them, but, like, you know, Data gets to, like, walk around.
Data gets to walk around, but his consideration as a sentient living being is heavily contested at one point and is never adequately resolved. Same with the Doctor from Voyager.
Yeah, that's still better than the droid in Star Wars, where it's just like, oh, you are a slave class? We are not going to question this at all.
And you also don't have a soul, because you have no connection to the Force.
Exactly. Which is just it's wild, you know. I was talking about this earlier, but like, imagine being a being in a universe in which people canonically have souls, and it's just like, no, you know, you don't have one though. Fuck you.
You are an anomaly. You do not exist in the right way to have a soul. You are just you are a garbage person. Over here, this is where this is going. And this is going in here. Did I? Yeah, I did. Wait, this also. And this. So yeah, you are a garbage person. You don't exist. I need 3 deer hide and 12 leather scraps. I have 6 deer hide and 8 leather scraps and 4 leather scraps. And while I'm here, hey buddy. Oh, you cannot upgrade this. That's a shame. That would have been really useful to have an upgrade for that. Oh well.
Oh shit.
So
Completely off topic, but no, continue actually.
Okay. So just stepping back to the actual thing that we were talking about. In this song, a couple of things are established. First off, the humans having emotions thing, which is a weird design choice, but you know, whatever you gotta do to make yourself happy, right?
Literally.
Yes, literally, but actually no, not literally. Because
No.
programming them with emotions doesn't make you happy, it makes them have the potential for happiness.
Yeah. But like, without it, they can't be happy, which I wasn't talking about the people in this scenario.
But that's a thing that happened. Main character Kun is, Kyle, like the male voice in the song, is displayed as a kind of person who probably is awkward and a little lame in high school, which seems to be the MO of these people.
Yeah.
Because I think these are the people who did Be More Chill, right?
Yeah. Their main characters are always Michael Cera types.
And Michael Cera, okay, so just to digress a little bit, like we are wont to do, there was a post on, I don't know what the hell it was on. I assume it was one of those Tumblr posts that makes the rounds outside of Tumblr, but essentially it was, I don't think Michael Cera ever once auditioned for a part, was what the post was saying. And they go on to explain that they believe that Michael Cera, in fact, just accidentally showed up at an audition and was too awkward to say that he didn't mean to be there, so he got the part.
Have you seen that interview he gives where he's talking about himself in some movie, like seeing himself, and he says, and then I just went, oh geez, that's me. And I'm just like, wow, what a Michael Cera thing to say.
No, I have never really watched any of his interviews, but yeah, so that was a thing, and that. Fuck, how did we get on Michael Cera? Right, because Kyle is a fucking weirdo. So Kyle's a fucking weirdo, and that's basically the gist of his characterization. He is getting ready for prom, and his mother set up his date with a robot that transferred from Echo Fleet, whatever the fuck that is supposed to be. I don't know. Probably a fleet. She's a recon droid, is according to the song. I really hope that doesn't destroy that bush.
Okay, so why do we know that it's a month? Because to be quite honest, I wasn't paying attention to that part of the song. I was more focused on, you know, the
She
dynamic.
transferred last month from Mecha Fleet. I think that's the lyric.
Okay. So, yeah, definitely in month territory. I wouldn't go for longer.
Like, it's possible that he may have... Oh god, hello buddy. Hey brother. Fuck off, brother. It's possible that he may have known of this person, or at least that robots were a thing.
I'm sure he knew that. Like,
I'm hoping he knew that robots were a thing, if that's just some shit that can happen. Yeah, so he's an awkward dude that... Oh god, that thing almost killed me, holy shit! He's an awkward dude, and he's so awkward that his mother sets up this date because she's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll help out my son. I'm way more social than he is, and I was probably way more social at his age. Because, you know, mom's gotta humble for him.
I want to know how socially acceptable it is to date robots in this world. Did his mom do the equivalent of sending him the prom with a real doll?
Assuming that Kate is so he likes Kate. Kate is some random girl at his school, and apparently, according to the robot, is pretty cute. And all of the human males like Kate because she is cute. Kyle follows suit. So,
Yeah, see,
that's the only characteristic that's given of Kate.
literally.
She's, like, attractive, and she's a popular option, and that's all that we need to know about her.
Yeah. I mean, she could be I thought that she was gonna be, like, you know, a popular bitch type, but apparently as the song goes on, I'm thinking more Jackie Lynn type from Star Versus, if anyone remembers that show.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that show doesn't exist.
Not after season 4 it doesn't! Ayo!
We can talk about Star Versus later. Holy shit. We got a lot of stupid opinions on stupid things, but let's stick to one thing for now. So, yeah, so what I was gonna say about Kate was you could interpret her character either of those two ways. You could say, oh, well, she's just, like, happens to be cute and also is a decent person, or she's an asshole. It could go either way because you don't have enough information. But the only action she does actively take is she's like, yo, Kyle, you wanna have a dance? And Kyle is like, assumedly checks in with Tess to see if it's okay because she says yeah, okay. But it's kind of vague in the way that the lyrics phrase it.
Yeah. I feel like he checked in and, like, you know, that way where he pretty much knew she was gonna say yes, because if she said no, then it would be really socially awkward.
I mean, okay. Anyways, I got a lot of thoughts about robots right now.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
We're so not there. So where's my hammer? I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go back to building as we talk about this. So that's the only action she takes. There's really not enough indication to know whether or not she's a jerk or not, because it could go either way. She could just be like, oh, that he's dancing with a robot, I can just get a dance from him and it doesn't fucking matter. The robot doesn't care, but that's an assumption. Or it could be like, she's being polite and asking to have a dance because she wanted to dance with him, which is another assumption. Like, there's no indication on her character in the song.
Yeah.
She could be a chill dude, or she can just be a bitch.
Yeah. Based off the way that Michael's stereotypes tend to interact with the rest of the school populace, I'm going to assume that she's probably nice, because an asshole person wouldn't want to dance with a Michael stereotype. Just because they're awkward and popularity and some shit. It doesn't fit the genre.
Interesting point. I shall continue to consider this point, but not right now.
I'm just, you know, I have to defend Kate a little bit. Not too much, but, you know.
You may not be on her side, but you will defend her.
Exactly. You gotta play fair.
I mean, there's no reason to be on her side or not to be on her side, but, you know, it's all good. What's up? What's up in the...
She's the token human girl. Like, that's literally all she has for her. We are told she is pretty and that she is a human girl, and it's like, yeah, but the other girl got a speaking role, so you know.
The other girl got a speaking role, okay.
She did! A singing role, if you want to be specific.
No, I don't want to be specific. I will refrain from being specific.
Okay. But are you okay with being Shirley?
No. Don't call me Shirley.
Then I guess Frank's right out of the window.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Anyways, we know that about the characters. Oh, fuck. Oh, you're not touching the ground. How many of you are not touching the ground? Okay, enough of you are touching the ground. God, that would have been a problem. So we know that about the characters so far. We know about Tess that she is a recon droid, which I assume means she does reconnaissance and is a droid.
That would make sense. Let me go look at her character design because, like, she's human shaped, which is very odd for a recon droid. I tell you what.
Do you know many recon droids?
You know what? I can't say that I do, can I?
Man, why does mankind always make robots and shit look like themselves? Why can't we have like cool looking robots? Like, I don't know.
Because people want to fuck the robots.
Come again?
Because people want to fuck the robots, man.
I mean, that's really the only explanation for the song. But we know Tess is kind of chill and is excited about Prom, which is... Oh, I hate that. I hate that when my tool breaks, I just kick.
Man.
Or punch, or whatever.
Apparently, Tess can blush, according to the artwork.
Or she's just reflecting his face.
I mean, maybe. You know. If you want to ruin the magic.
I mean, we're already talking about this. She's kinda awkward, just like the Michael Cera type, if you want to call it that. She's kinda... And that's okay. It's okay to be awkward sometimes, but only sometimes. Don't do it all the time.
I'm sorry, man. You've exceeded your awkwardness punch card limit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take your awkward license back. But that, like, it's a bit awkward, a bit excited, and you get the idea, at least I got the idea, that she's supposed to be geeky, and maybe that's because she's literally a fucking robot.
Probably.
So, like, there's your three main characters, two of which are actually developed to some extent, and the other of which is just kind of there.
She's the conflict in the story.
And you don't hear anything about their evening, but it seems like they're having a fun time with each other because they comment that this evening was not a waste. Which doesn't really tell you much about what exactly happened. Maybe they were talking and joking around and found out they had a similar sense of humor, or some other bullshit, which I feel like is what the implication is, but, you know, maybe I'm just, I don't know, projecting? I've never gone on a date with a robot, so I don't think it's projecting. But yeah. That goes along, they're dancing, they're having fun. I need more wood. That's what he said.
But
They're dancing, they're having fun, and then the aforementioned shoulder tap happens. The only action fucking Kate takes. Wait, was there anything else? I don't think there was anything else.
well, we've missed the part that they, like, Tess is constantly making, like, sci-fi robot jokes, which, like, you know, which I guess you covered it with saying that she was kind of geeky, but, you know, I feel like it's important.
You know, that might be a part of it, but that might definitely be a part of why I assume geeky. But then, to be fair, it's not even her being geeky at that point. It's literally her existence. That's just what she is.
Yeah.
It's like calling somebody geeky. It's like calling you geeky when you start talking about how you would like to go get something to eat because you're hungry, or I don't know.
Just like in that fucking Starfire voice. Ah, you wish to consume of the nutrients of which to survive. I have read much of this in my books on the human species.
Damn, okay. You just came out here with that. Just fully loaded. There was no hesitation whatsoever. How did I get that? Oh god, I almost died.
Man, I fucking love works like that are sci-fi or anything like that, where like the human experience is not the dominant form of thought. Like, it's so great.
And you haven't watched Star Trek yet.
No, I was always more of a Star Wars guy. Like,
Star Trek
like,
is
like,
somewhat full of that.
yeah, but like, it's got a bunch of humans and shit, and like, there was never the point where it was like, oh yeah, they've got a really cool alien that I really want to like look at this series for, because like, you know, credit where credit's due, they are on a TV show with a TV show budget, and so they have to like keep that in mind when they're making their aliens. But still,
Yeah, and if you go back to the original series, you see what they did with the Klingons. Essentially, literally, actually, just making them somewhat. I don't know how to say this delicately, but they more or less use blackface. Let's just call it that.
oof, rest in fucking peace. Goddamn.
Not a great way of going about it. And then when they go to the next generation and on, Klingons now have like forehead ridges because I guess that's better than blackface.
Probably.
It probably is, to be fair.
Hot takes only on this channel.
God. Okay. Yeah, so, fuck, why are we talking about that? Yeah, because of that. Okay. So yeah, the song goes on, they have a nice time together, and while none of the specifics are talked about, they do throw in randomly, oh, Jason used the cloaking ray to bring in some booze, which... Okay. Just like fucking points for problem solving. You want to bring in booze to your prom? Use the technology of your time.
Exactly. Although I'm assuming it's not of his time, because if that was definitely military grade technology when it first came out, so I'm going to assume that now that it's dropped down to not just civilian level, but civilian teenager level, that it's like definitely kind of old at this point.
I
Or,
guess.
you know,
I think
maybe his dad works for the fucking military. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe Jason's dad. When are they gonna come out with a song about Jason and his like family life? That's what we're getting at, I guess. But talking about Tess and Kyle and Michael Cera.
Man. Michael Cera's getting a lot of lip service in this conversation for a song that he wasn't even in. He's just so quintessentially that, you know?
I wonder if that log would have stayed up if I didn't hit it again. Sometimes the logs will stand up straight.
Man.
Ah, yes.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they have a nice time together. Eventually, Kate is like, "Hey, can I get a dance?" And Tess is like, "Yeah, go ahead," because she knows it's just a friend thing. It's not like we're going out on a date, bro. I didn't even set up this date. You didn't even set up this date. And she gets a bit upset because robots have emotions in this cinematic universe, or How would you say cinematic universe, but with a like music? How does that even work?
It's not even a multi-crossover universe because there's only one instance of it in there. In this setting?
Look. There, fuck it, there's gotta be a word for this.
Yeah,
I'll
setting.
worry about it. No, something specifically to do with music. But I'll worry about this later. We'll burn this bridge when later.
I'll just Google cinema for music, you know? Although it probably will get me, like,
I don't think that's gonna get you anything even close to what we're looking for. So, yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm a little upset, so I'm gonna leave, because even though I knew this wasn't really a thing that was going on between us, I was actually starting to enjoy myself, and maybe thought that there could be, like, something there, you know? But obviously she's like, oh no, he's got a chance to get with the person that he likes, so I guess I'm just like fucking old newspaper? Fuck it. She's old newspaper now. So they go on to doing their whole dance, and while he's dancing with Kate, he just is like, oh, you know, for some reason I can't get that robot out of my head. So he probably excuses himself, but it's not stated whether he does or doesn't. And then he goes, oh, Oh, okay.
It's not important to his journey.
Yes. His hero's journey of going after that robot. He goes over to, oh, by the way, all of this is taking place on a starship, because future.
We didn't mention this, did we?
Yeah, I guess I died.
Yeah.
So he goes over to the hangar, and he's like, hey, can I get one more dance with you? And she's like, go ahead, and he's like, if I'm not too late, if you haven't already called your Uber, your space Uber, your Suber. And she's like, yeah, go ahead and ask, and, like, I'll fucking give you an answer. And it's implied that he asks, and she says yes. And, ow! 2 damage. So, they do that whole song and dance where they dance with each other. Maybe that was dumb. But, he's like, yo, you probably shouldn't be thinking about this past the dance, because humans are all flaky and shitty. And she's like, I'm a robot, brah. I don't make mistakes. Implying that they both understand that they have feelings for each other and that the other reciprocates.
Yeah. And also, that's him, like, apologizing for, like, ditching her to go dance with Kate and whatnot, you know?
To be
All
fair,
that.
though, he didn't exactly ditch her. She kind of said yes, and then she ditched him, under the assumption that he was going to ditch her.
Yeah, but... Yeah, that's that whole thing, you know? It's the third act breakup.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about this in terms of acts, and I didn't think about it in that freaking term before, so that's something that's going through my brain now. Thanks a lot. I guess.
Hey, if we're analyzing this, we're gonna analyze it right.
Okay.
I'm not taking a film analysis class for nothing.
I'm not taking a film analysis class at all. I just like thinking about shit and being dumb.
Sometimes the best way to be dumb is to treat something very seriously and just see what the implications are.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck religion. Fuck mythology. We're gonna break down this song.
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna text you later. We're gonna find out when you're available. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna fucking break down this song and analyze this shit. We're throwing it up. I don't know when. Probably on a Wednesday, I guess. Would Wednesday? Would that be a good upload day? Do you think that would be a good upload day?
Not next Wednesday, but maybe in general Wednesdays.
No, I don't. No, like the upload day of the video, not
not
specifically when we work on it.
Oh yeah, sure. Wednesdays are good for uploads. People like to upload on Wednesdays.
Come again?
People like to upload on Wednesdays. I like to watch things on Wednesdays, you know.
When don't you like to watch things?
I guess at like 6 in the morning on a Tuesday.
I'll try and avoid uploading things at 6 in the morning on Tuesday. I gotta break this log.
But like, legitimately though, that song, for just 5 minutes, it sure got me attached to Tess.
It's a very cute song. And, like, I don't really think about things in terms of cuteness a lot, but I made a fucking playlist on my Spotify for cute and dumb songs because of it.
What other songs? Did you, like, check the radio and see what else it gave you?
You mean the radio based off whatever song you picked?
Yeah.
I did, and okay, so first off, I only found this song and the ones from, Be More Chill because of the radio, because I was listening to, I don't remember. I have an idea, but I don't remember if it was what I was listening to. I don't want to mislead people.
What if they, like, come out and, like, reveal your receipts or whatever?
That'd be really impressive since I don't even have my receipts. Alright.
Okay, yeah, I listen to too many songs that Spotify thinks are similar to this song, because it's just, like, giving me a bunch of shit that I already listened to when I throw this in the